Seated while we let our other guests enter the auditorium. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am Cynthia Brown, Provost ad interim and Vice President for Academic Affairs. The University of Texas Pan American faculty, university administrators, university staff, and our community of graduates welcome you, our guests, to the UT Pan American Fall 2014 morning commencement ceremony. This morning, we are honoring the graduates of the College of Business, College of Education, College of Engineering and Computer Science, and the College of Health Sciences and Human Services. Welcome to our students. Please let me be the first to congratulate you on your success. Congratulations. It is a season to be thankful and to celebrate. Let us begin with our national anthem. Will everyone please rise and join us in the singing of our national anthem, led by UTPA student, Mr. Roberto Garza II.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Mr. Garza, for that wonderful rendition of our national anthem. This is an excellent way to start our commencement ceremony this morning. Please be seated. I would like to extend our appreciation to say thank you to the UT Pan American Brass Choir under the direction of Dr. Scott Reeder for the wonderful music they're providing this morning. It is now my pleasure to introduce the members of the stage party whom I will ask to stand and be recognized. Mr. Martin Baylor, Vice President for Business Affairs, Dr. Martha Cantu, Vice President for Student Affairs, Ms. Lydia Aleman, Interim Vice President for University Advancement, Ms. Veronica Gonzalez, Vice President for Governmental and Community Relations at UTRGV, Dr. Ala Kabaj, Vice Provost for Faculty Affairs, Dr. Sadiq Shaw, Vice Provost for Research and Sponsored Projects, Dr. Dave Jackson, Interim Vice Provost for Graduate Education, Dr. Jonica Charlton, Interim Vice Provost for Undergraduate Education and Dean of the University College, Dr. Farzani Razagi, Dean of the Library, Dr. Teofilo Ozuna, Dean of College Business Administration, Dr. Laura Saenz, Interim Dean, College of Education, Dr. Miguel Gonzalez, Dean of College of Engineering and Computer Science, Dr. John Renaud, Dean, College of Health Sciences and Human Services, Mrs. Linda Resendez, Senior Vice President of Clinical Integration at Doctors Hospital at Renaissance, our guest speaker, Mr. Leonardo Olivares, UT Pan American Alumni Association President-elect, The announcer for this morning's ceremony is Mr. Oscar Margine, news reporter, KMVO, Univision 48, KFXV, Fox 2. But last and certainly not least, I have the honor of introducing you to UT Pan American President ad interim, Dr. Havidan Rodriguez. Dr. Rodriguez was chosen by the University of Texas system to guide the university through its final year before it becomes part of the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley in fall 2015. Prior to this last appointment, Dr. Rodriguez served as Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at UTPA, where he is also tenured professor in the Department of Sociology and Anthropology. An internationally recognized expert in disaster research, he held numerous faculty and administrative positions at the University of Puerto Rico, Maya West, and the University of Delaware before joining UT Pan American in January 2011. Following his year at UTPA's interim president, Dr. Rodriguez will become the founding provost and executive vice president for academic affairs of the multi-campus UT RGV. Please join me in welcoming the man who will forever hold the proud distinction of serving as the University of Texas Pan American's last president, Dr. Havidan Rodriguez.
Good morning. Muy buenos dias. Dr. Brown, members of the stage party, thank you so very much for being here. Parents, family members, distinguished guests, muy buenos dias, good morning to all of you. Y bienvenidos y bienvenidas. Welcome to this wonderful ceremony. It is my honor and my privilege to be here with you this morning, celebrating such a significant milestone in the lives of our fall 2014 graduating class. To our students, congratulations, felicidades. In two ceremonies today, we will award almost 1,400 diplomas to bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degree candidates from 7 colleges. All these graduates will receive a diploma symbolic of their hard work, dedication, and much sacrifice. If the audience will indulge with me for a minute, I would like to visit with our graduates. Dear graduates, I hope that each and every one of you knows and realizes how much I admire you for reaching this defining moment in your lives, no matter what path you traveled to get here. I speak from experience when I say that a college degree is one of the most valuable assets you will ever own. It can be a powerful tool to transform your life, to benefit your family, and to empower you to help your community wherever that may be. I really do see myself in many of you. I grew up in a very poor household in the small town of Arecibo in Puerto Rico, La Isla del Encanto. About all I had was a caring family, dreams of a better future, great mentors, and a desire to work hard, which has helped me get where I am today. I know that many of you graduates relate to part of this story. I know that all of you have worked hard to reach the goal we are celebrating today, and I hope that each of you will remember this ceremony as the beginning of a very important journey. The renowned journalist Tom Brokaw may have said it best when at commencement, much like this one, he told the graduates, "You are educated. Your certification is your degree. Let me ask you to think of this degree as your ticket to change the world." UT Pan American graduates, you have the power to make a difference, to help smooth the way for those who will forever follow you, to forge your path that will lead you to personal happiness and will contribute to the success of those around you. If you remember nothing else I say today, I will hope you remember this thought from the great American poet Maya Angelo. The horizon leans forward, offering you space to place new steps of change. Together, we can transform this region. Together, we can transform this state, this country, and the world. But this requires hard work, perseverance, commitment, and the desire to serve our global communities. I've shared this with our faculty and staff, and I would like to also share this with you. In order to be successful, and in order to have a positive and significant impact in your job, in your community, please follow this simple advice. Do you know of a problem? Please help us find a solution. Do you have a question? Please help us find an answer to that question. Do you have a concern? Please help us find an alternative. Do you have a matter to criticize? Please help us determine how to improve. Again, let me reiterate how proud I am of each and every one of you, and I wish you great success and happiness as you go forth today to place your own new steps of change to forever change this world. Thank you. Now, I would like to pay tribute to some very special guests of this morning's graduating class, the veterans of our military services. We have had many students over the years who temporarily gave up their studies to serve their country. In order to remain with our UT Pan American tradition, I salute and I applaud the veterans who have served and returned to UT Pan American to get their degrees. As a fellow veteran, I am honored to serve as your president and to hand you your degree as you walk across the stage today. If there are any veterans among our graduates in this ceremony this morning, would you please stand and be recognized? If there are other veterans in the audience, I ask that you stand and be recognized. On behalf of all our students, our faculty and staff, and personally from myself, thank you for your service, thank you for your sacrifices, thank you for being a student at the University of Texas Pan American. And now it is my distinct honor to introduce this morning's commencement speaker, a proud alumna of UT Pan American and a Rio Grande Valley native who has devoted the last 30 years to improving the health of our community. Linda Resendez is the Senior Vice President of Clinical Integration at Doctors Hospital at Resendez in Edinburgh. In this new role, she supports a physician-led healthcare team in the development of a clinically integrated network and accountable care organization. The goal is to extend the focus of patient care from hospitals and physicians' offices to the entire community with an emphasis on preventive care. Prior to joining Doctors Hospital at Resendez, Linda served for 6 years as the CEO of Universal Health Services Acute Care Hospitals, Inpatient Rehab, and Children's Hospital. During that time, she was instrumental in the development of 2 acute care hospitals in Texas and in Mexico. She also received the coveted Chairman's Council Award given to the CEOs whose hospitals have the strongest financial performance, highest patient satisfaction, and the best outcomes. Linda holds not 1, not 2, but 3 degrees from the University of Texas Pan American, a bachelor in social work, an associate's degree in nursing, and a Masters of Social Work. She also received a certification in healthcare and leadership from UT Pan American. Born in Las Milpas, Linda is married to Javier Resendez, who joins us this morning as well, who she calls her main supporter, and she is the mother of two daughters, Elizabeth and Victoria, whom she considers to be the most valuable blessings in her life. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me join in welcoming Linda Resendez as our keynote speaker for this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, President Rodriguez, Provost, deans, members of the faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2014. Congratulations. I am truly honored to be addressing you today. Let me tell you, time goes by very quickly. It was just 20 years ago that I was sitting right where you're sitting. And let me tell you, I was very anxious to come up and get my diploma. So don't worry, I'll make this brief. As I prepared for today, I wanted to share something very meaningful with you. And a dear friend gave me some advice. She says, Linda, just tell your story. And so, if you will oblige me, that's what I'm going to do today. I would like to take a few minutes to think about core values. Values are beliefs or convictions that guide and direct our behavior and support our purpose and vision. In other words, our values define who we are. I think Albert Einstein said it best when he said, try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of values. As I was walking in, I saw that on the top of your caps, many of you already are sharing your values. I saw attitude, I saw faith, I saw trust, I saw hard work. You all have already convicted and thought about which values are important to you. When I look at my life's journey, I acknowledge that my life was shaped by a lot of people that surrounded me. In our Latino culture, family ranks very high. I see before me hundreds of graduates, but I also see the wonderful beaming faces of your families, not only your parents, but your grandparents, los abuelos. They're here so proud of what you've accomplished today. I would like for you to start thinking about what values define each of you. There are over 2,000 graduates that are going to be graduating in the two ceremonies today. Will be our educators, our physicians, scientists, technology gurus. What is your vision? What is important to you? For me, family is paramount. I am the sixth child of immigrant parents, Jose and Carmen Anaya, who came to America in search of that American dream. My father was in the US first, and then my mother joined him when they married. And we settled in Far, Texas, Las Milpas. It's a colonia south of Far. My father had a second-grade education. My mother was a teacher in Mexico. Neither could speak English. My father had a business, but it went broke due to poor economic times. And so, at the age of 3, my parents packed all 6 of my brothers and sisters in the back of a trailer, and there began our 15-year experience as migrant workers. We traveled all over the country, all across the country. And after the first year, we were able to buy our own station wagon so we could continue our travels to Oregon, Michigan, Idaho, California, North Dakota. When I was old enough to work, I joined my family in the fields. I remember the hard days that started at dusk and ended at dawn. We worked as a family. We had a common goal: to make enough money to get us through the school year when we came back to Texas. From working with my family, year after year, I learned the value of hard work. We would start out in April and return in October so that we could attend school without missing too many credits. No matter how hard the work was, working in the hot sun or the cold, the fact that we were together as a family made it all worthwhile. Every year, we would travel to an additional state or a new state since automation made field work less available. The last state we traveled to was North Dakota. One summer, I learned the value or true meaning of self-respect, a key core value for me. As the youngest child, I was the one who accompanied my father on Saturday afternoon to purchase supplies for the week. I, of course, was a chiquita. I was a translator. Imagine, we had worked all morning, and the morning dew had caused our pants to be muddied from the knee down. We wore oversized shirts. We must have looked a little different. So, as you can imagine, when we went to the store, people would stare. So that day I came home and I said, Mother, I will never go back with my father to get groceries. People stare, people laugh. I feel embarrassed and ashamed. My mother took me aside and said, I need you to learn this today. No one can make you embarrassed or ashamed. Pride comes from within. Be proud that you look like what you look like because you're working to help your family support itself. Be proud of who you are and be proud of what you will become. And I took that to heart that very day. Later on, as we continued to work in North Dakota, we were at the laundromat doing our weekly laundry. There was a family who was staring at us again. And so I mustered enough courage to go up and I introduced myself and I said, hello, I'm Linda. They looked at me in astonishment. They didn't know I spoke English or much less was an American citizen. That was the beginning of a great friendship with that family. So what I learned is that sometimes people are afraid of what they do not know or what they do not understand. So take time to teach others. That is extremely important. We stopped traveling across the country in my junior year of high school. My father opened a small store in Las Milpas, which helped to support the family economically. My mother took advantage of this time to become a very active member of the Las Milpas community. She was one of the founding leaders of Valley Interfaith, a nonpartisan, broad-based organization of churches throughout the valley that helps develop community leaders and advocate for the community. I accompanied her on many occasions. We registered people to vote. We helped to educate the community on community issues. We also talked about what their needs were. And one day when they said, how come we don't have paved streets or drainage? My mother said, well, let's go find out. Throughout many years, my mother taught me the importance of helping others. She took people to the state capitol, fought tirelessly to provide services to the community. So when the paving of the streets and the drainage came to our community of Las Milpas, and they wanted to start with our street that was closest to our house, she said, no, start with my neighbors, we will be last. My mother taught me the importance of civic duty. We must never forget how lucky we are to have the right to vote and really work not to squander that right, but by not voting. I graduated from high school at the top of my class and immediately enrolled in Pan American University. I tell you, we are so blessed that the university is in our community because otherwise it would have been so difficult to get the education. Education is another core value that was instilled in all of my family. Mother would say it was the key to reaching our dreams, and I guarantee you it really is. I received my bachelor's in social work in 3 years and immediately received my nursing degree. I met and married my husband, Javier Resendez, and was blessed once again by 2 daughters, Elizabeth and Victoria. My family is what I hold very dear. My daughters have engaged or really received some of the values that we have tried to teach them. Elizabeth follows in her grandmother's steps. She became an attorney, and she is a loud advocate for human rights. Victoria followed her passion and is the youngest member of production industry, helping to entertain our public. My nursing career spanned 15 years. It culminated in obtaining a variety of health management roles. I took every opportunity to volunteer for projects, And I think that is a key to continuing to succeed. In 1998, one of my mentors asked me, "Hey, Linda, do you want to start a hospital with me?" And I said, "You know what? Not sure how to do it, but I'm sure we can figure it out." And so that's how I became the first woman to start up an acute care hospital and get it licensed in record time. Many people have helped me along the way. I've been very lucky to have had great mentors who saw something in me and helped me and allowed me to shine. I encourage you to seek out those mentors. And once you become that expert, then become a mentor yourself. I remained the CEO of the hospital for about 8 years. In 2006, my life would take another turn. I was approached by a national hospital corporation and offered the CEO position for the large acute care hospital, rehab, and children's hospital. That week, my mother died suddenly. Even though I was devastated, I knew my mother would urge me on to take on this new challenge, and so I did. I was the CEO for 5 years, and during that time, I received the Chairman's Council Award for Quality and Financial Excellence. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, women account for less than 18% of hospital CEOs, and the number for Latinas is even less. My success in the hospital administration was due to great teams and hard work. I've been so privileged to have an opportunity to help improve the healthcare of my community. Today, my journey has taken me to the most innovative healthcare system in the nation, Doctors Hospital at Renaissance, where I can use my graduate studies in social work. As Senior VP of Clinical Integration, my role is to work with our team of healthcare providers to provide and improve healthcare outcomes. With a medical school in the horizon, that may mean the end of diabetes in our community. Imagine the possibilities. It is certainly exciting, and I'm so proud to be part of this endeavor. One thing I would like to emphasize today is that as you start on your journey, you need to know to be prepared to make mistakes. I certainly have. The key is to not let those mistakes define you. Don't be afraid to make those mistakes. Fear of making those mistakes can keep people from discovering their true potential. Take three of one of our most famous people in history: Abraham Lincoln, Michael Jordan, Steven Spielberg. What do you think they have in common? And the first thing you think of is success. Well, let me tell you, Lincoln went into war as a sergeant and was demoted to a private, and he lost many elections. Jordan missed over 9,000 baskets and was cut from his high school basketball team. Steven Spielberg was not able to get into the college of his choice and dropped out of his second choice and did not receive his bachelor's for 30 years. So what do these people have in common? They followed their passion. I can guarantee you that as you grow, you will have failures, but don't let that define you. Learn from those failures and continue to move forward. Malcolm Gladwell, author of The Outliers, studied successful people, and what he found was the most successful people aren't the smartest. They're the people that are in the right place, who work hard and are willing to take those chances. Graduates, be those people. My early life has been described as one full of hardships, but I see those years of traveling across the country as years of opportunity and growth. The lessons learned from those experiences were immeasurable and very valuable. I learned the value of family, hard work, faith, civic duty, education, tenacity. So when life gives you challenges, stay the course and meet those challenges head on. I have this saying right in front of my desk, and it goes like this: the only thing that stands between a person and what they want in life is the will to try and the faith to believe it possible, by Rich DeVos. So graduates of 2014, What do you want? Really soul search and then go out and make it happen. Change the world. Care about your community. Make a difference. I challenge you all to be the outliers. Congratulations, graduates 2014.
Thank you, Mrs. Resendez. It is a pleasure having you with us this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to present the candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees to be conferred this morning. The candidates for degrees will be presented by academic unit. Although we celebrate, congratulate, and recognize all of our graduates, we extend a special recognition to our undergraduate students whose academic work at the University of Texas Pan American has been outstanding. Students with grade point averages of 3.9 to 4.0 graduate summa cum laude with highest honors. Those with 3.7 to 3.89 graduate magna cum laude with high honors. Those with 3.5 to 3.69 graduate cum laude with honors. Will all the students graduating summa cum laude please stand and remain standing? Will all the students graduating magna cum laude please stand and remain standing? Will all the students graduating cum laude please stand? Let us recognize the achievements of these students with a round of applause. Thank you. Please be seated. Each student who has achieved these grade point averages will be recognized individually as they are awarded their degree. Dr. Teofilo Ozuna, Dean of the College of Business Administration, will now present the candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees in the College of Business Administration.
Muchas gracias, Dr. Brown. Buenos días. Es un honor, un privilegio celebrar con ustedes a nuestros alumnos que se gradúan este día. Con la ayuda de todos ustedes, ellos han podido lograr su meta de recibir su título universitario. Good morning. It is an honor and a privilege to celebrate with you the graduation of our students today. With the help of many of you, our graduates have been able to reach their goal of receiving and earning a university degree. I especially congratulate the graduating students from the College of Business Administration. COBA students, your faculty and I, your professors and I, are so proud of what you have accomplished. You spent many days and nights, hours, studying, doing exams, assignments, term papers. All that hard work has paid off, and we are very proud of you. We know that when you go out from here and you go out to the business world, that you will be able to go and transform the business world, to be able to transform the Rio Grande Valley and the world as well. We are so proud of what you have accomplished, and again, we congratulate you, and you know that, and we know that you will go out there, dare to lead, and become very successful. Will the candidates for doctoral degree in the College of Business Administration please stand? I would like to recognize this individual and acknowledge her hard work and dedication. I will read the title of her dissertation as well as recognize the chair of her respective dissertation committee. Javeria Faroki, the relationship between institutional ownership and firm performance. Committee chair, Dr. Tang No. Dr. Brown, I present to you the doctoral candidate in the College of Business Administration. As evaluated by our faculty, She has completed all her requirements and for her respective degree. Please be seated. Will all the candidates for master's degrees in the College of Business Administration please rise? Dr. Brown, I present to you the candidates for master's degrees as recommended by our faculty. Thank you. Will the master's candidates please be seated? Will all the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the College of Business Administration please rise? Dr. Brown, I present to you the candidates for bachelor's degrees as recommended by our faculty. Please remain standing, and will the doctoral and master candidates please stand and join the bachelor's candidates? Dr. Brown, it is a privilege and an honor to present these candidates for doctoral, master's, bachelor's degrees in the College of Business Administration. Those who stand before you, who have completed all academic requirements, have been recommended by our faculty and are entitled to receive their respective degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Ozuna. Candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees in the College of Business Administration, you have been recognized. Please be seated. Dr. Laura Saenz, Interim Dean of the College of Education, will now present the candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees in the College of Education.
Thank you, Dr. Brown. Dr. Brown, the faculty of the College of Education and I am proud to present candidates for doctorate, master's, and bachelor's degrees in education and related fields. A careful study of candidates for degrees in the College of Education will reveal a diverse group, with some who have worked towards obtaining leadership and teaching and other professional roles in PK-12 schools. Some with interests in taking on leadership roles in institutions of higher ed and other organizations. Others concerned with the health and physical well-being of the community, and others committed to supporting individuals and groups working through acute and chronic mental health issues. Whereas the candidates I present to you have diverse professional interests, the common thread that binds them is a career of service. Whether it's teaching a child to count, read, or solve algebra problems, or dribble a ball, leading a campus through the ever-changing world of PK-12 schooling, building an organization, or helping a family grieving through the loss of a loved one. What each of these careers represents is a concern for the well-being of others, and for this, the faculty and I could not be more proud to call these students our graduates of the College of Education. Will the candidate for doctoral degree in the College of Education please stand? I would like to recognize this individual and acknowledge her hard work and dedication. I will read the title of her dissertation as well as recognize the chair of her respective dissertation committee. Maria Maricela Salais, Educational Practices, Funding, and the Implementation of a Reading First Program. Committee Chair, Dr. Marie Simonson. Dr. Brown, I present to you the doctoral candidate in the College of Education. As evaluated by our faculty, she has completed all her requirements in her respective degree. Please be seated. Will all the master's candidates in the College of Education please rise? Dr. Brown, I present to you the candidates for master's degree in the College of Education as recommended by our faculty. Will the master's candidates please be seated? Will all the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the College of Education please rise? Dr. Brown, I present to you the candidates for bachelor's degrees as recommended by our faculty. Please remain standing. Will the doctoral and master's candidates please stand and join the bachelor's candidates?
Will the doctoral, master's, and bachelor's candidates of the College of Education please rise? Dr. Brown, it is a privilege and an honor to present these candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees in the College of Education. Those who stand before you, who have completed all academic requirements, have been recommended by our faculty, are entitled to receive their respective degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Charlton. Candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees in the College of Education, you have been recognized. Please be seated. Dr. Miguel Gonzalez, Dean of the College of Engineering and Computer Science, will introduce the candidates for master's and bachelor's degrees in the College of Engineering and Computer Science.
Thank you, Dr. Brown. Buenos días a todos. Good morning, everyone. It is an honor and a privilege to be here to recognize the class of 2014 of the College of Engineering and Computer Science. I have no doubt that these students will succeed in the future in any and in all activities that they will undertake as they become leaders in technology and innovation in the Rio South Texas region, the state, and the nation. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the College of Engineering and Computer Science, we want to wish you nothing but the best, and we hope that you will fondly remember your time with us and visit us in the future. Do not forget us. No se olviden de nosotros. Will the candidates for master's degrees in the College of Engineering and Computer Science please rise? Dr. Brown, I present to you the master's candidates in the College of Engineering and Computer Science as recommended by our faculty. Thank you. Will the master's candidates please be seated? Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the College of Engineering and Computer Science please rise? Dr. Brown, I present the bachelor's candidates from the College of Engineering and Computer Science as recommended by our faculty. Please remain standing. Will the master's candidates please stand and join the bachelor's candidates in the College of Engineering and Computer Science? Dr. Brown, it is a privilege and an honor to present these candidates for master's and bachelor's degrees in the College of Engineering and Computer Science. Those who stand before you, who have completed all academic requirements, have been recommended by our faculty, are entitled to receive their respective degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Gonzalez. Candidates in the College of Engineering and Computer Science for master's and bachelor's degrees, you have been recognized. Please be seated. Dr. John Renaud, Dean of the College of Health Sciences and Human Services, will present the candidates for master's and bachelor's degrees in the College of Health Sciences and Human Services.
Thank you, Dr. Brown. Damas y caballeros, muy buenos días. Good morning, everyone. It's a real honor for me to represent the students, faculty, and staff of the College of Health Sciences and Human Services. We want to share with the distinguished platform guests, our family members, and friends in the audience a few examples of our faculty and students' accomplishments. In all 9 of the professions in the College of Health Science and Human Services, it's not enough to earn a degree. The graduates must also earn a license to practice. They earn this license by taking a national test after graduation. In 5 of the disciplines in the college, 100% of the students who took the licensing exam this past year passed it. The Masters of Science in Nursing. Masters of Science in Nursing, 100% passed. Occupational Therapy, 100%. Clinical Laboratory Sciences, 100% pass rate, 2 years in a row. Our Pharmacy program, 100%, 3 years in a row. Communication Sciences and Disorders, 100%, 6 years running. Our pharmacy students' accomplishments don't stop there. 6 of our pharmacy doctoral students presented their research at a national conference in California. Our Department of Nursing is working to fulfill UTRGV's and UTPA's goals of becoming a global university. Thanks to our nursing program, UTPA earned the distinction of co-sponsoring the first international conference titled Transforming Contemporary Nursing, held in Thailand. Attendees were from 12 nations, including Thailand, the Philippines, Vietnam, Korea, Japan, and the United States. The Occupational Therapy program is a finalist at the graduate level for Excellencia in Education, a national recognition. 3 of our occupational therapy students presented their research at a national conference. Our Physician Assistant program remains ranked 38th nationally by U.S. News and World Report. Our Rehabilitation Counseling program is ranked 17th in the nation by U.S. News and World Report. Our PhD student, Noel Yassi, was elected Council Chair of Public Policy, Legislation, and Human Rights for the American Rehabilitation Counseling, a national recognition. Ms. Nicole Valenta, undergraduate student, was named the Outstanding Undergraduate of the Year Award by the Council on Rehabilitation Education. Dr. Rene Gonzalez, Assistant Professor, has been appointed by Governor Rick Perry to the Rehabilitation Council of Texas, and Dr. Sean Saladin, Associate Professor and Associate Dean, has been appointed by Governor Rick Perry to the Texas School for the Deaf Governing Board. Dr. Brown, I think you will agree these are stellar accomplishments, and we are very proud of our faculty and students. Now, will the candidates for master's degrees in the College of Health Sciences and Human Services please rise? Dr. Brown, it is an honor to present to you the candidates for master's degrees as recommended by our faculty. Thank you. Will the master's candidates please be seated? Now will the bachelor's candidates for degrees in the College of Health Sciences and Human Services please rise? Dr. Brown, I present to you the bachelor's candidates as recommended by our faculty. Please remain standing. And will the master's candidates please stand and join the bachelor's candidates? Dr. Brown, it is a privilege and an honor to present these candidates for master's and bachelor's degrees in the College of Health Sciences and Human Services. Those who stand before you, who have completed all academic requirements, have been recommended by our faculty and are entitled to receive their respective degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Renaud. Candidates for master's and bachelor's degrees in the College of Health Sciences and Human Services, you have been recognized. Please remain standing. I ask that all candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees from all colleges please rise. Dr. Rodriguez, on behalf of the faculty of the University of Texas Pan American, I am privileged to present these candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees. Each candidate, in the best judgment of our faculty and subject to final confirmation, has completed all the requirements for his or her degree. I recommend that the appropriate degrees be awarded at this time.
Thank you, Dr. Brown. Graduates, let me let you into a very important secret. This is the first time in my lifetime that I will be awarding degrees. Therefore, the UT Pan American class, graduating class of 2014, will forever hold a very special place in my heart. Let us cherish this moment together. By the power vested in me by the state of Texas and the University of Texas System Board of Regents, upon recommendation of our faculty and subject to final confirmation of the completion of degree requirements, I hereby award these candidates their respective doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees, along with the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations pertaining thereto. Congratulations, felicidades.
Once again, congratulations. We wish you continued success. We are sure that you will continue to make us proud. You are the heart of this institution. Please remember, prepare, discover, and transform. Thank you for coming to UT Pan American, for persisting, and for succeeding. Job well done. Congratulations. At this time, I ask that the graduates please be seated as the commencement officers on the floor prepare to guide you on stage. Thank you. As part of our strong partnership with our local media organizations, we are privileged to have Mr. Oscar Margain, news reporter, KMVO, Univision 48, KFXV, Fox 2, as our professional announcer this morning. Thank you, Mr. Margain, and for donating your time to our students in this event.
Thank you, Dr. Brown. It's my pleasure. Muchísimas felicidades a todos. Congratulations to everybody. Let's get to it. The following are candidates for degrees in College of Business Administration. Candidates for Doctor of Philosophy are Javaria Faruqi, Candidates for Master of Accountancy are Nancy J. Chavez, Chinchian Chen, Edward LaGuire Cox Jr., Joel Garcia, Feng Li, Ana Maria Valladares, Adrian Cale Webb, Shi Young. Candidates for Master of Business Administration are Erika Lorena Alvarez, Daniel Anzac, Selena Rebecca Bernal, Alina Oralia Cantu, Judith Danielle Carrizales, Carlos A. Contreras, Sergio Contreras, Abigail Alejandra de Ochoa. Ricky Glenn Fraser. Abraham Gallegos. Benjamin A. Gallegos. Daniel Garza. Ricardo E. Guerra. Francisco Javier Hernández. Priscilla Monica Hernández. Sheldon Holder. Alejandra Leal Ponce. Daniel Alejandro López. Carla Janet Morales Gil. Bang Hunyil. Melissa Guadalupe Olivares. Ernesto Palma Jr. René Quintanilla Jr. Lorenzo Resendez. César Humberto Rodríguez. Nidhi Sham Sinha. Lorena Viñó. Candidates for dual degrees in Master of Science in Accounting and Bachelor of Business Administration are Ricardo Figueroa, Aaron Lee Galan, Brian Garcia, Sandra Hernandez, Cesar A. Ibáñez, Edgar Alejandro Ortiz, Jessica L. Peña, Mariana L. Peña, Adriana Rodríguez, Ana Karen Salinas, Madeline Salinas, Christopher Vasquez, Reina Zúñiga, Maggie Devora. Candidates for Bachelor of Arts are graduating cum laude Carlos Alberto Aguayo, Samantha Renee Garcia, Jorge Alexander Sanchez. Graduating magna cum laude Christopher Villarreal. Candidates for Bachelor of Business Administration are Jocelyn Acevedo, Kylie Cecilia Adams, Marco Aguilar Sr., Jasmine Aguirre, Ricardo Alfaro, Amado Arechandieta IV. Graduating cum laude Alberto Arreondo Jr. Noe Arzola, Rodolfo Avila Jr., Adrian Badillo Jr., Brenda Elizabeth Banda Cruz, Andrea Barajas, Denise Alexandra Barba, Victor Barrera, Erika Benavides, Iván Calderón, Edson Cantú, Joel or Joel? Joel Cantú, Landino Cantú, Roberto Cantú, Yesenia Cárdenas, Eric Cázares, Diego Sigifredo Cepeda, Oscar Cervantes. Crystal Stephanie Chaverri. Marla Christine Contreras. Graduating cum laude, Christian Scarlett Cortez.
How do you pronounce your last name?
Cubillon. Okay. Kimberly Danielle Cubillon. Jamie N. Cruz. Priscilla N. Cruz. Matthew Kevin Daniels.
Just Karen and Deanna.
Karen De Anda. John Alberto Dominguez. Monica Dominguez. Graduating magna cum laude, Dylan Andrew Engelhart. George Flores Jr. Isairis Flores. Joel Flores Quesada. Francisco Farias. Claudia Janet Fuentes. John Fuentes. Nayeli Galvan. Iliana Gámez Quintero. Graduating magna cum laude, Nidia Rocio Garcia. Roxanne Garcia. Franz Jose Garcia Vega. Blanca Garcia Izaguirre. Graduating cum laude, Cindy Garza. Vivian Garza. Michael Noe Garza. Laura Gaitán. Graduating magna cum laude, Denise Haiti Gomez. Ana Gonzalez. Graduating summa cum laude, Cassandra Ann Gonzalez. Eduardo Andrés González. Melissa Guzmán. Michael Scott Hall. Marcela Estefanía Hernández. Adolfo Hinojosa. Graduating cum laude, Gabriela Jiménez. Graduating cum laude, Nadia Loaiza. Andy Martinez Jr. Daniel Lucio. Andrew Otengba. Rudy Longoria II. Amy Mendoza. Efraín Madrigal. José Luis Martínez. Nelda Mata. Graduating magna cum laude, Armando Mejia Jr. Marilyn Mendoza. Josephine Marilu Miranda. Graduating magna cum laude, Orlando Monsiváis. Graduating cum laude, Miriam Morales. Graduating cum laude, David Mosqueda. Clarissa Andrea Navarro. Graduating magna cum laude, Orlando Núñez. Sheila Núñez. Celeste Ides Martinez. Dante Peña. John Thad Peña. José Fernando Pérez. Nicholas Joseph Piontek. Daniela Quijano, Cristian Alexandro Ramírez, Elida Rangel, Coral Reyes, graduating cum laude Elia Nelly Robles, Catherine K. Rodriguez, Laura Rodríguez, Leonel Rodríguez, Sergio Alexis Rodríguez, Dallas M. Russell, Iri Salazar, Evangelina Salinas, Héctor Antonio San Miguel, Esmeralda Sánchez, graduating cum laude Jasmine Sanchez, Aaron Santa Maria Jr., Oscar Santa Maria III, Raúl Arturo Serna Jr., Milton Servin, Leila Showery, Michelle Nicole Solis, graduating magna cum laude Martha Yareli Sosa, Ruby Alejandra Sosa, Bernaldo Manuel Soto, Celia Tamés, Israel Trejo, Jennifer Athena Stevens, Eder Enrique Torres, Luciana Zavala Torres, Norma Adriana Torres, graduating cum laude Andrés Esteban Ubach, Jesús Alberto Uresti, graduating cum laude Marco Antonio Valencia, Azalia Vázquez, Anthony Villarreal, graduating summa cum laude Armando Villa, Armando Villarreal, graduating cum laude Felida Villarreal, Catherine Villescas, Rebecca Megan Weaver, Lauro Alberto Zúñiga, Ruby Guadalupe Cuevas, the following are candidates for degrees in College of Education. Candidates for Doctor in Education are Maria Marisela Rodriguez Salais, Candidates for Master of Education are Elisa Aguilera, Amanda Alejandre, Vanessa Denise Bejarano, Jessica Castillo, Victoria Yvonne Champion Cochran, Elva Anisa Cortinas, Elisa de León, Alejandra de la Rosa, Jessica Saray Diaz. Chelsea Danielle Dupree. Jennifer Esparza. Alejandro Galán. Angela Guzman. Juan Carlos Henry. Cynthia Ann Hernandez. María E. Hernández. Nora López. Deborah Mancillas. Cynthia Martínez. Jessica Medellín Angulo. Jessica Méndez. Crystal Diamond Narro. Alexandra Peña. María Emilia Ramírez. Vanessa Reyes. Luis Mario Rodríguez. Tomás Rodríguez Jr. Priscila D. Torres. Roxanne Itzel Treviño Salinas. Joshua Morales.
Last name Phoenix.
Francisca Francine Phoenix. Dora Rodríguez. Rachel Annette Rodríguez. Raymond James Salas. Candidates for Master of Science are Osvaldo Valdez Jr. The following are the candidates for degrees in College of Education. Candidates for Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies are Ana Karen Alaniz, Alberto Arriaga, graduating magna cum laude Isamar Valderas, Ana Olaya Bejarano, Sonia Castañeda, Denise Alejandra Chavero, Eliana Contreras, Alejandra Denise Falcón, graduating summa cum laude Sharon Flores, Michelle Gallegos, Dylan Vianney Garcia, Eulalia Garcia, Tony Garcia, Yesenia Garza, Michelle Annette Hernandez, Priscilla Marie Lara, graduating cum laude Maritza Leija, Servando Lopez Jr., Cynthia V. Luna, graduating cum laude Lucinda Molano, Eileen Morales, Andrea del Rosario Navarrete, Cindy Quiñones, Alejandra Ramírez, graduating summa cum laude Jancy Rios, graduating cum laude Gisela Rodríguez, Janet Rodríguez, Marazul Rubio, San Juanita Salinas. Graduating magna cum laude Alejandra Natalie Sanchez. Leticia Sanchez. San Juanita Sanchez. Alba Serna. Sarah Jo Silva. Nancy Solis. Graduating cum laude Bertha Torres. María Vela. Blanca Villarreal. Jasmine Villarreal. Graduating cum laude Kelly Annette Villarreal. Graduating summa cum laude Adriana Sarasua. Candidates for Bachelor of Science are Rogelio Anaya Jr., Matthew Lee Arellano, Alejandra de Jesus Cabrera, Matthew Anthony Castillo, Parker Cordes. Graduating cum laude Mona Lisa Cruz. Graduating cum laude Eric Delgado. Nicholas Delgado. Lindsay Edquist. Isaac Escobar. Lynn Fuentes. Gustavo A. Garza. Jose Garza Jr. Jose Francisco Guerrero Jr. Guillermo Gutierrez. Clarisa Yvette Hernández. Raúl Huerta. Graduating cum laude Maria Kellyforth. Brian McDonald? Yes. Graduating magna cum laude Brian McDonald Ruiz. Joshua Lopez. Jesus Alberto Lopez. Jessica Medrano. Alberto Morales. Leonel Olivares III. Nicolás Miguel Padilla. Dustin Sefran Peña.
You can also say this right here, her name, and then commissioning in the Army Reserve. You can add that.
Commissioning in the Army Reserve, Yesenia Peña. Elena Eileen Requeñez. Gabriel Rodríguez. Ralph Rodríguez Jr. Thurman Saenz. Angelita Salas. Ramiro Sánchez Jr. Rolando Sánchez. Andrew Charles Soldat. Larry James Sosa. Aaron P. Torres. Cecilia Vázquez. Baltasar Vela. Desiree Ashley Vela. The following are candidates for degrees in College of Engineering and Computer Science. Candidates for Master of Science are Irving Alan Gonzalez Garza, Luis Alberto Tijerina Ibarra. Candidates for Master of Science in Engineering are George Damaso Garcia, Leslie Adriana Kowalski,
Marcos Ontiveros. Daniel Thomas Basaldúa.
Bettina?
Bettina Chavez. Raúl Estrada. Samuel Antonio Gallegos. Rocío Yolanda Garza. Anaximandro Luna. Javier Martínez Yáñez. John Joseph Taylor. María Fernanda Vargas Zuluaga. Aurora Galván. Candidates for Master of Science and Information Technology are Haritha Dasari. Hector S. Garza Jr. Nicholas Hinojosa. Martin Ruelas. Vincent Anthony Schoenmakers. Carlos Alberto Tijerina Ibarra. The following are the candidates for degrees in College of Engineering and Computer Science. Candidates for Bachelor of Science are Rafael Andrés Valderas. María del Sol Cantú. María Luisa Castillo. Marcos Tomás de León. Equio González. David López Jr. Gabriela Perales. Edgardo Miguel Prado. José Rodríguez. Felipe de Jesús Saavedra. Sebastián Salinas Treviño. Candidates for Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering are Eric Gómez. Asael González. Mario Alberto Maldonado Jr. Graduating magna cum laude, Gus Rivera. Candidates for Bachelor of Science in Computer Science are Eduardo Ortega. Graduating cum laude, Conrad Willie Prukup III. Jose Quiroz Jr. Alejandro Ramirez Jr. Christopher Santiago. Dennis Santos. Michael Eli Santos. Candidates for Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering are Jorge Alberto Barrera. Commissioning in the National Guard, Stephen Cantú. Jorge Abel Castillo. Raúl de Hoyos. Raúl Adrián García. Denise Lucio. José Martínez Jr. Ángel Rolando Mena. Héctor Alejandro Horta. Graduating cum laude, Kevin Rodríguez. Ramiro Rodríguez. Anthony D. Rosales. Jared Kyle Ryan.
Remove the M.
Jesús Sarmiento Jr. Eder Fernando Torres López. Arnold Joseph Zamora. Candidates for Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering are graduating cum laude, Dylan Michael Blackwell. Osmel Guadalupe Cantú. Raimundo Antonio Cantú. Kevin Corona. Adrian Cortez. Juan Manuel de León. Mostafa Faz Elden. Rubén de Jesús Flores Jr. Graduating cum laude Gerardo Garza. Benito Alexis González. María Luisa Hernández. Graduating magna cum laude Ricardo Bortot Hopker. Graduating cum laude Joseph Michael Montalvo. Mario Anthony Moreno. Salvador Páez. Graduating cum laude Leonardo Barbosa. Roger Maxime Pesina. Magali Pérez. Juan Rincón. Adrian Manuel Rodríguez. Erika Salamanca. Manuel Alejandro Salinas. José Sánchez. Rafael Sevilla. Daniel Sierra Elizondo. Richard Steven Tia. Maximiliano Villarreal.
Ivan or Ivan?
Ivan Yi. Graduating cum laude Gonzalo Arias Jr. Maribel Castro. Mario Castro Jr. Nilda Giray Guerrero. Okay. The following are candidates for degrees in College of Health Sciences and Human Services. Candidates for Master of Physician Assistant Studies are
Nagazi? Isn't it Nagazi?
and then
Yes,
Jessica Ngazi Agumaro.
Rote is the last name.
Jennifer Laura Brote. Abigail Ann Childress. Jody Rai Beltran. Nathaniel Brent Covarrubias.
Anupam Jha.
Anupam Jha. Carly Dawn Dickens. Lauren Nashelle Sandman Kroll. Christopher Dennett. Domiciano Espinosa. Edgar Emanuel Garcia. Homero Garcia. Miranda Nicole Garza.
Joey Daniel G.
Joey Daniel G. Shannon Gibson. Michael Hahn. Brian Woods Ingram. Jessica Brooke James. Julie Ann Joseph. Zubia Salim Khan. Joshua Kent Lucas. Annalisa Grace Lyles. Matthew Bruno Martinez. Maria Ofelia Martinez.
The whole name, Christopher?
Christopher Joseph Mendiola.
Denise Mercado.
Denise Mercado. Gladys Kwambaka Micheka.
James Kean.
James Keegan Milstead.
Yeah. A Daisy. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Can you pronounce it right?
A Daisy Okonko.
Yeah, there we go. Newper. Ben Nupur Vinod Patel.
Nupur Vinod Patel.
Reena Patel.
Reena Patel.
Nicho
Melissa Nicho Pearson.
Lifong Peng.
Li Fong Pong.
Okay.
Daniel Anthony Pina.
Is it Hoda? Okay, Hoda Pizar Hum.
Hoda.
Yeah, Hoda.
Hoda Posarham. Laura Anisa Requeñez. Janelle Maria Roche. Blair Lee Shackleton.
Sorry? Studer last name.
Sarah Elizabeth Studer.
Last name Torok.
Alexandra Beth Torok. Blanca Estela Uloa. Jacqueline Renee Valdez.
Last name Vanafan.
Nancy Vanapan.
Praveen Jacob Varghese.
Praveen Jacob Varghese. Bianca Giselle Villalobos.
Angela Vo.
Angela Vo.
Last name Warfield.
Megan Kathleen Warfield.
Yang or Yang? Yang?
Ronald Yang. Candidates for Master of Science are Nancy Aguirre. Lissa Marie Atkinson. Isabel Balandrano. Mónica Barrón. Juan Carlos Betancourt. Marie Cruz. David Iván Delgado. Alejandra Fernández.
Naomi Garcia.
Naomi Garcia. Yesenia Garcia. Alfredo Garza.
David Lee Garza.
David Lee Garza.
Mark Lee Garza.
Mark Lee Garza.
Obed.
Obed Gonzalez. Melissa Gonzalez. Elisa Lynn Gutierrez. Laura González. Silvia Hernández. Elizabeth Hinojosa. Selena Marie Hinojosa. Lori Ann Lopez. Rubén Luvianos. Ruth Medina.
We can go ahead and load some of this. Yes, give her some time to get down. That's good. How do you pronounce her name?
Adara Morales. Aileen Morales Mason.
Sashua Nguyen Muri.
Sashua Muñiz. Ángel Mario Olvera. Marilu Liana Paulson. Erika Marie Piña. Melody Ann Portillo.
Zenia? Zenia Middle.
Jacqueline Cinia Pulido. Cristina Marie Ramírez. Gina Ramírez. Rodolfo Razo Jr. Brenda Rodríguez. Felicia Rodríguez. Miriam Judith Rodríguez. San Juan Rodríguez. Flor Estela Saenz. Victoria Anastasia Salinas. Sofía Silva. Brenda Torres. Jennifer Diane Trejo. Joanne Vázquez. Rosa Isela Vidal. Jennifer Christine Villarreal. Candidates for Master of Science in Nursing are Melissa Castañeda, Perla Ortiz Sánchez, Patricia Padilla, Adelina Coronado Salinas. Candidates for Master of Science in Social Work are Priscila Bernal, Raymond Cartagena, Adriana Cázares, Erika de la Cruz, Marisa Yvette Díaz, Ashley Marie Garcia, Norma Garcia, Sonia Garza, Alyssa Liana Gonzalez, Magali Gonzalez, Arlene Martinez, Isaías Melgoza, Rosalinda Méndez, Melinda Morín, Angelina Neely, Gabriela Palacios, Randy Ramírez, Beatriz Ramírez Flores, José Alberto Salazar, Erika Sánchez, Imelda Serna, Marta Solís, Lorena Sosa, Ashley Torres, Paula Ann Villarreal, the following are candidates for degrees in College of Health Sciences and Human Services. Candidates for Bachelor of Science are graduating magna cum laude Jacqueline Alanis, graduating cum laude Cristobal Altamirano, Michelle Alvarado, Giovanna Alvarez, Edna Edith Aranda, graduating summa cum laude Carlos Arellano, graduating cum laude Diana Arredondo, Lisette Avellaneda, graduating magna cum laude Abigail Aviles, Gabriela Yaret Barragán, Ángela Daniela Bazán, graduating magna cum laude Verónica Bolaños, Esperanza Caballero, Michael Anthony Cañas, Gabriel Elizabeth Cano, graduating magna cum laude Alice Cantu, Daira Berenice Cantu, graduating cum laude Jacqueline Cantu, graduating cum laude Vanessa Janet Cantu, Karina Castillo, Wyman Chan, graduating magna cum laude Alyssa Chavez, Agatha Cisneros, Elizabeth De Hoyos, Kathleen Delgadillo, Cassandra Lisbeth Delgado. Graduating cum laude Felicia Echavarria. Graduating cum laude Pablo Faz Jr. Graduating cum laude Jessica Jean Flores. Janitzia Fraga. Raúl Gallegos. Nathan Galvan. Jesús Garcés. Graduating cum laude de Lilis Maria Garcia. Michael Anthony Garcia. Nidia Garcia. Yvette Vianney Garcia. Crystal A. Villarreal. Daniela Garza. Edna Garza. Larissa Garza. Graduating magna cum laude Marisol Garza. Ricardo Garza. Graduating magna cum laude Linda Karen Gomez. Shelby Lynn Gonzalez. Mirna Patricia Gonzalez. Selma Odette Gonzalez. Diana Delia Gonzalez Tovar.
Last name Gracia.
Crystal Itzel Gracia.
Guadarrama.
Karina Guadarrama.
Elisa Victoria.
Elisa Guerra.
It's okay. It's okay.
Victoria Lynn Guerra.
Summa cum laude.
Graduating summa cum laude Leslie Amanda Gutierrez.
Summa.
Graduating summa cum laude Valeria Guzman. Graduating magna cum laude Yesenia Hernandez. José Luis Hernández. Laura Daniela Hidalgo. Graduating magna cum laude José Hinojosa. Deyanira Jasso. Josette Jauregui. Olivia Juárez. Elida Leal. Sebene Lopez.
Marcella.
Graduating magna cum laude Marcela Lozano. Nicole Luna. Deandra Martinez. Frank Martinez Jr. Yajaira Medina. Patricia Montalvo. Leida Crystal Montoya. Aisha Marie Moya. Elizabeth Munoz. Yajaira Marie Munoz. Ramon Todd Naily. Angela Olivares. Raquel Páez. Graduating cum laude Steph Peña. José Luis Pérez. Elizabeth Piña.
Last name Potisek.
Graduating summa cum laude Lucia Pontisek.
Pruneda.
Belinda Pruneda. Christine Ramirez.
Thank you.
Carlos Ramos. Graduating cum laude, Yesenia Ramos. Analí Rincón. Graduating cum laude, Eric Riojas. Conchita Rivas. Ana Sofía Rodríguez. Jimmy Salomón Rodríguez. Mayra Dianira Rodríguez. Graduating summa cum laude, Bertha Vanessa Rodríguez de Musquiz. Janiel Roselio. Graduating magna cum laude, Sergio Armando Saenz. Zaira Salazar. Magali Saldaña. Richard Aaron Salinas. Jeanette Sánchez. Eric Orlando Sandoval. Gamaliel Sarabia. Eddie Cerrato. Elva Marilyn Cerrato. Amberly Arlette Solís. Esteban Solís. Graduating magna cum laude, Oscar David Solís. Joanna Ariel Tamez. Isela Tello. Crystal Tibbetts. Stephanie Tiscareño. Esteban Trejo. Graduating cum laude, Yasmin Turan. Carissa Vela. Aide Eleden Villarreal. Laura Lorena Villarreal II. Viridiana Viramontes. Armando Samarripa Jr. Angelina Zamora. Humberto Zamudio. Candidates for Bachelor of Science in Nursing are Uloma Rebecca Iwala. Candidates for Bachelor of Social Work are Josephine Ayala. Rebecca Berrones. Susana Soto Castillo. Amanda Lizette Cerdan. Graduating cum laude, Elizabeth Davis. Melissa de los Santos. Ana Alicia Dueñez. Carla Nelly Flores. Yadira Flores Cavazos. Daniela Galván. Noemí Garay. Ana García. María García Guerra. Elvira Melinda Garza. Florencio Garza Jr. Priscila Gillette. Carla Guerrero. Isamar Hinojosa. Karina Ingram. Arlene Jimenez. Susana Jones. Elizabeth Lopez. Mónica Martínez. Juan Montemayor Jr. Angélica Núñez. Graduating cum laude, Maribel Quiroz. Virginia Ramírez. Graduating cum laude, Eldifonso Ramos III. Briseida Ríos. Claudia Robledo. Cristina Rodríguez. Wendelin Salinas. April Marie Santa Maria. Sobeida Janet Torres. Daisy Vara. Graduating magna cum laude, Brenda Lee Valdez. Melissa Verdiguel. Karina Zamora.
I'll go ahead and take care of it. I'll take care of it. You can say your final word. You want to say congratulations?
Congratulations to all the graduates today. Muchísimas felicidades.
Thank you.
Once again, congratulations, felicidades to all our graduates. And I'm going to ask all the members of the class of 2014 to please move your tassel from the right to the left. You are now proud alumni of the University of Texas Pan American. Never, ever forget your love for your alma mater. UT Pan American has played a significant role in educating much of South Texas and in preparing some of its very finest leaders. At this time, I would like to ask all Pan Am alumni who are in the audience to please stand. All Pan Am alumni, please stand. Thank you so much. The people standing represent 25% of the people in Texas with at least a bachelor's degree. Graduates, today you join this exclusive group. Here to offer the official induction from the class of 2002 is President-elect of the UT Pan American Alumni Association, Mr. Leonardo Olivares.
Thank you very much, Doc. I couldn't resist. The view from out here is most excellent. Good morning and congratulations, graduates. Yeah. Today marks a very special day. It's a momentous day. Today is 12/13/14. How lucky is that? You'll remember this day forever, at least the date. You should go out there, get a lottery ticket, get 2 lottery tickets, do it. Today is also very special because today marks the day that you transition from students to graduates, and you're also officially now members of the UTPA Alumni Association. You now join 81,000 proud graduates of this institution in Texas, the United States, and throughout the world. Congratulations. We're going to ask 3 real quick things. Number 1, be bold. Number 2, take risks. And number 3, give back. You're starting your careers. Take care of yourselves, your families, your husbands, wives, husbands, kids. Take care of them, but also take care of this institution, your alma mater. This is the institution that nourished you, that makes you who you are. These are your brothers and sisters. We are your family here. So get out there, take risks, buy the lottery tickets, and make us proud. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Olivares. UT Pan American alumni, today has come in the wake of great personal work and collective sacrifice. I see that many of you are wearing memory stones. In keeping with UT Pan American tradition, you are encouraged to give them away in an expression of gratitude to the person who encouraged, who inspired, or who helped you in your quest for knowledge and to obtain your degree. They say it takes a village. It takes an entire community. And yes, it took a village. It took an entire community to get where you are today, to get where we are today. And I am going to ask and recognize the mothers and the fathers of the graduates, los padres y las madres de los graduados. Por favor, de pie. Los abuelos y las abuelas, the grandparents, please stand. The husbands, the wives, the significant others, please stand. The sons and the daughters of the graduates, please stand. Thank you so very much for your support. Thank you for lending your hand and your support and your commitment along this journey. Certainly, last but not least, some folks that you will hold fond in your heart forevermore are those faculty that guided you, that mentored you, that educated you, that have a strong commitment to the success of all our students at UT Pan American. I ask that the faculty, the distinguished faculty of the University of Texas Pan American, please rise and be recognized. Thank you very much. We sincerely appreciate all the hard work of our faculty. Graduates, as you know, you will be among the last to be able to claim the University of Texas Pan American as your alma mater. I ask that you cherish that privilege and honor the legacy of this great institution by becoming a true champion for the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. As a student and now a graduate of the University of Texas Pan American, you have played an important role in helping us form the foundation for this new university. And I always hope that you will always take pride in that achievement. I am told that we have a short video to share with you at this moment. Since Edinburgh College welcomed its first class of 196 students in 1927, Since Edinburgh College welcomed its first class of 196 students in 1927, unto reaching over 21,000 students in 2014 at UT Pan American, each era in our history, each name change, every challenge and opportunity, and every success has helped lay a foundation of excellence for perhaps the greatest transformation of all, the opening of the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley in the fall of 2015. Today, as we celebrate the final holiday season for the University of Texas Pan American, we pay tribute to the tens of thousands of students, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends who have walked the halls of this great institution over the last 87 years. Thank you for the important role you have played in the transformation of higher education in South Texas, in helping to create a new university that will become a gateway to the Americas, and in ensuring a bright future that will forever change the opportunities for families in the Rio Grande Valley. With the change of seasons come new beginnings, and this will be the greatest yet. De mi corazón a su corazón, felicidades. Happy holidays! Let me reiterate, de mi corazón a su corazón, felicidades, happy holidays to each and every one of you. Feliz Navidad. I now ask that you stand and join the faculty as we walk together to exit the auditorium. The platform guests will lead us as we exit. Once again, thank you for being here. Felicidades to our graduates.
Oh,